Bonjour, mon amours. C'est jeudi à soir. It's Thirsty Thursday. How is everyone? I hope that you're doing well. I am pretty wonderful. We're here for our Thirsty Thursday romance oracle reading, where we take a look at the week ahead and see what's going on in our love lives. What kind of lessons are we learning? What kind of conditions we'll be dealing with? What we might expect in our comings and goings. Do we have love in our lives? Loving ourselves first, as always. Forgiving and learning, I'm sure. But yeah, what's in store for us this week? How can we overcome our shortcomings and expand more into our potential? How do we best utilize this moment for the sake of preparing ourselves for, the greatest success within our love lives? Ooh, okay, this hurled itself out of the deck. Romantic feelings. I believe that this card has been coming up a lot lately. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you have been in a situation recently where you've been kind of second guessing or it's not clear, the universe is really inviting us right now through challenging situations in, all the categories of our lives to test out our new resources as this up-leveled sort of version of ourselves that we're starting to embody. So, we're looking at things as they come up. And if we are, aware, we can catch those old stories coming up, making us maybe look over our shoulder or questioning our deservingness or our worth, or, maybe bringing up fears of inadequacy that make us second guess our feelings, right? And so what usually causes us to short circuit in our relationships is the ego chiming in, making us second guess every step of the way. And then we get neurotic and obsessive and compulsive and all of that. So maybe just give yourself a chance to experiment and see what happens if you operate under the assumption that your feelings are real and that the situation is not in your imagination and that they're valid and maybe there's something there and worth exploring. And so keep an open mind and stay, optimistic, and don't keep going down a rabbit hole of dress rehearsing tragedy, like Brene Brown puts it, or foreboding joy, which is the thing that makes you dress rehearse for the tragedy. You don't want to set yourself up for, self-fulfilling prophecies. So yeah, just know, maybe you're not crazy. Maybe you're romantic. This has been coming up, so, unless you're the person who's just obsessing, stalker, maybe they're not. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding, you guys. Also, okay, so the other cards that came up with this were: it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So yeah, this woman over here, she is a lady in waiting, and she's up on a horse, a white horse of purity and chasteness and virtue. The ladies of the court during this time, were very virtuous. And so they had these knights and these men of the court, trying to win their favor. So yeah, if you are a masculine looking to win the favor of a lady, then be in your masculine and show your feelings and, take an action on that, bust a move. If you are a feminine, then lean back and be in your feminine and be warmly receptive, but don't pursue, right? Allow yourself to be pursued. However, open yourself to the possibilities. Open yourself up to the excitement of positive expectation. And that's going to be a problem with the ego, because the ego is going to want to shield you and, put a barrier and give you, plenty of padding in case it all blows up. Oh, well, I never thought it was going to work out anyway, or I didn't get my hopes up. And it's okay, well, cool. You're not going to manifest anything then. So if you want to love and you want to have love and you want to feel love, the risk and the cost is that you have to open yourself up to the risk of failure, defeat, humiliation, sorrow, no regrets. just stand by your choices, and accept that there's risk involved, and maybe it'll work out. So you never know. And I've taken a lot of hits, guys. This is not someone who's never been in the ring. All right, I've had the bloody noses and the rocky, swollen eyes. I've been like, I'm here to tell the tale. But I'm out there with you. I'm taking the hits. Gotta put ourselves in the ring. People are not in the arena. They don't get to comment, right? Because they're not putting themselves out there. I am marred and muddy right now, actually, from being out in the woods. Okay, and so the other card underneath that cluster was make the effort. I just had chocolate covered almonds. This is like my new diet is mostly charcuterie. I always joke around. I'm like, I'm a French girl, but I like to have chocolate covered almonds of different varieties in the afternoon. I'm an intermittent faster, so I usually don't eat until like later in the day, so I'm not hungry until then. And then I break all the rules. I'm a nocturnal feeder. Bad, I know. And then I love cheese and baguettes. And I love to have like a cheese course in the afternoon, like a little nosh. I mean, it's not like huge portions, you just have a little snacky. And it's delicious, and it gives me richness in my life. Back to our regular programming. Oh, what I was going to say is that I have nuts in my teeth because I just ate some before I started this video, so I feel like they're just like in my mouth, and any minute I'm gonna just like spit them out into to the lens. Okay, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So yes, there was I believe a separation card last week, but there were also like romantic feelings card last week had come up, and all these other things that were like assuring you that like you weren't alone in the situation. It was like heart-to-heart talks, let your friends help. And so I feel like this week it's like the same. It's like don't let appearances fool you. Make the effort, and maybe the effort that you're making is going on in your own healing behind the scenes so that you can bring your best self to a relationship when the time is right. The more that you love yourself and do the healing work on yourself, and you get really in touch with your deepest authenticity and that vibration, the more likely that it is that you are going to be magnetic for what you're truly in resonance with, like your true match. And so that will bring that in, right? But make the effort. Take those actions, do the healing work. And then when you have opportunity to, communicate or be around this person, be open, be warm. Don't be, playing ego games or having those battles or being, intentionally pouty or standoffish or whatever. Just be genuine, authentic. What a relief, what a change, what a breath of fresh air in these days. It's like these days everybody's telling you every way to manipulate someone and get the result that you would like, but it's not genuine. You took it, you masterminded it out of someone, and you lured them into a trap. I don't want anything that I've manipulated from anyone for any reason. And so, yeah, it's like if you want something real and authentic, you have to start by being real and authentic. Okay, make the effort. Gotta put your heart out there. Eek. Yikes. Scary. All right, one more card for the week to round it out, our usual 4. Ooh, and then you know what? I actually have some tarot cards here. We can just do like a card on each of the cards to clarify, but I mean, they're pretty straightforward. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this, in regard to these other cards, it's like the separation that you're in right now. It's like everybody is doing healing work and filling their own love tank. And, just because this card comes up doesn't mean that someone doesn't return the feelings at all. Maybe they just don't have the resources to give right now at this moment. Either way, you're going to be one step closer to being on the right path, going towards the right relationship if you're doing healing work on yourself. And you are making sure that you have all the resources that you need to bring to a situation. Because really and truly, until everyone's cup is full and overflowing, then you don't have enough to really give someone else fully. And so it's like you really need to recharge, renew, replenish, and love yourself first. And take a step back until there's more, there's more resources in the situation in the moment. But I mean, all the other cards around it are like romantic feelings. Your feelings are valid and worth exploring. It's safe for you to love. Like, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then like make the effort. The great love is worth, taking the steps you're being guided to take. So it's like, it doesn't seem to me, and I feel like readers are always getting these like sort of like paradoxical cards that tell me like, okay, maybe someone has just come out of a difficult situation and it's like they have feelings, but they're not ready for like giving to a full thing yet or whatever. So don't, count everything over for a complete loss yet. And then let's do one more, and then we'll pull a tarot card for each. One more card on that unrequited love, just for some clarity on that. What else do we need to know for that unrequited? True love. Okay, so this is the romance of a lifetime. So if it seems that, we were kind of talking about that when we got the romantic feelings card, like when it's like assuring you that like, yeah, your feelings are valid and worth exploring. It's like, well, you wouldn't tell us that if we didn't need to hear it, right? Like, it's like somebody overly verbally tips you. It's like, well, hey, what's about to happen? What's really going on? So to me, unrequited love, this is like the classic moment, but it's like followed by true love. It's like all the other cards around it are like, this is the romance of a lifetime, it's true love, it's a soulmate. It's just like there's just not enough to give at this moment, and so chill and retreat and take a step back and get yourself fully resourced and fully strapped and fully ready to go. Right? Because you never know. And, when the healthier and more sturdy you are on your feet, when, the timing is right, then the better off you'll be, right? So do the work on yourself now. Get all your ducks in a row. It's, when you have a romance going on, it's hard to get a lot of other things done because in the beginning of it, there's a lot of like a honeymoon period of like togetherness and like all that stuff going on too. And then, as you couple, it's like there's like common things that you're doing together. And so during times where you are by yourself or alone, it's like such a valuable time to do so many things that you don't have time to otherwise, or just that you get like absorbed, like your time just gets absorbed into life or whatever. So we only have, a certain amount of hours in the day. So yeah, even though all of us would rather be basking in the glow of a romantic love affair, and like so tired trying to get everything done in the midst of it, if we don't have that love affair going on right now currently, or our love affair needs some work, then just give it space and do your other things right now and take advantage of that. And that space will create the alchemy and the chemistry and the tension and the carbonation needed to get that, get the conditions prepared for the Goldilocks zone, for conditions for love on earth to happen again. All right, let's, romantic feelings are real and worth exploring. Let me make sure I've got my deck right side up before we start, so it's not like all wrong, all going south. Okay, romantic feelings. What do we need to know? Give us one card to clarify that our feelings are worth exploring. What do we need to know that's going to help us in that regard? Ooh, what was that? Okay, Two of Swords. So the second guessing is what's keeping us in a stalemate. Two of Swords is like equal opposing energies that are preventing something from going forward. So while this is all very true and real, at the same time, there's just not enough energy to move it forward at the moment, which causes like positive, loving feelings, amorous feelings, and feelings of, frustration and angst. And so it's important to stay in a positive state of unconditional love. Be a cause consciousness. Choose the vibration and the mindset and the feeling that you want to stay in. And don't let yourself get frustrated. Don't let yourself get discouraged. Don't let yourself get impatient. Don't let yourself see the lack, right? Blindfold yourself to the cold conditions around you. Wrap yourself up. I love this wrap that I'm wearing. I have like this little like sun top on. I've been like hiking around in the woods and getting some sun. Like coming into the air conditioning, I'm like, ooh, I just want this like soft like wool like wrap on with my tartan, and that's what she's got that on. And I'm gonna throw on my little leg warmers here, and yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna sit. You're gonna sit with your thoughts, and you are going to close your eyes to the conditions around you, and you're gonna tune into source, and you're gonna tune into that certainty of the Creator. That the Creator has a plan, and that what is meant for you is like unavoidably for you, and you can run from it to the other side of the earth and it will find you. So don't worry. Don't let that anxiety or that worry or that second guessing keep you in a stalemate. Just know that your feelings are valid and worth exploring, and this is very mutual here, right? Don't worry if the appearances are that the love is unrequited. It's not that the love is unrequited. There's just not enough resources right now to support where the love wants to go. Okay? All right. Let's clarify. It is safe for you to love. Let's get another card on that. What do we need to know about it is safe for us to love? Ooh, the Star and Queen of Cups. Amazing. Okay, so obviously, it is safe for you to love. Okay, the Queen of Cups is the Queen of Hearts. She's the queen of relationship. She's the most caring and understanding. She's the queen of feelings and emotions, the divine feminine over that realm of the elements. The Star is the healing and hope and renewal and the promise of a new day. In the elemental suits of the Nine of Cups, in the Cup suit, Nine of Cups is a wish fulfilled. It's a dream come true. Well, the Star is like the ultimate version of like the archetypal level of a dream or like a destined moment coming true in your life, or something huge, like a major dream, and not just like a little goal or a wish, but like something real, something deep, something meaningful. And so in regards to it is safe for you to love, it's like, to me, it's saying that like, yeah, in this moment, there's a lot of healing going on. And so just like be hopeful and like set your heart on the hope and set your heart on healing, because deep down in your intuition, it's like you really know the truth about what's going on in the situation. You can feel, underneath the surface, like what's really going on, and you can trust your intuition about it. And it's like you've got it all well in hand, and it's like you're the nurturing, sensitive, gentle soul. It's just that don't overgive. The Queen of Cups, her real flaw is that she can overgive and not take care of herself. And so then she's depleted and her love tank gets depleted. And so don't overgive to the situation, but just know that you're safe to love, and that, just love yourself first. be there, be kind, be compassionate, be open, but that whoever's on the other side of this energy like sees you as like a nurturing like Queen of Cups, like the queen of their heart. And it's just like the situation is involving a lot of healing right now. And so just know that it's not, whatever the conditions are, it's not that it's a bad or cursed or like going down the wrong road kind of thing. It's just that like things are happening underneath the surface and going in probably positive direction. Okay, let's confirm and get more clarity on make the effort. What do we need to know about making the effort? What is the effort? How do we make the right effort? What is our approach in making the right effort? Right? The Hierophant, and Page of Wands. So the Hierophant is tradition and doing things kind of by the book. And so this, like approaching this right now may take some self-discipline, and it may take a little bit of grit, and it may cause us to have to put instant gratification on hold for the moment, right? Because the Hierophant is also like a long-standing institution, talks about like long-term things with sustainability that last, that keep lasting, and that are very official. So it's like, go about this in a way that's really clean and straightforward and doesn't create a lot of complication and a lot of messy layers, right? Keep it on the up and ups. But Page of Wands is like enthusiastic and optimistic and passionate and communicative. And so it's like, don't be standoffish. Don't be cold. Just keep it kind of like proper right now, but be warm and be fun and be full of life and be playful and be flirty and be communicative of your feelings and your goals. But just keep in mind and like, don't blow the long term for short term pleasure, right? Because the page is the immature version of the passionate Wands suit. And so don't let immaturity or lack of discipline or lack of self-mastery blow something that could have a real long-term value. So make the effort to sustain this, to do whatever it takes to keep the long-term vision involved rather than the short-term instant gratification that can cause you to sort of blow your gasket. Okay, good. That gives us some clarity. Okay, so unrequited love. What do we need to know about unrequited love right now? What is this really about? What is the unrequited love really about? Ace of Swords, the Lovers, and Judgment. Okay, so also I'm seeing Knight of Wands. I'm seeing Seven of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups, and the Empress. Okay, it's quite a story. So the Ace of Swords in the Lovers and Judgment right here. So this is a big, so the Lovers is a crossroads moment in our life. It's not always just about lovers coming together. It's about a moment where we have like big like turning points and decisions to make, and they need to be made from the heart. And so the unrequited love right now is coming because like there's a search for clarity in making these decisions right now. The Judgment, think of this as like turning off the computer and rebooting it and turning back on. It's like a reset button. It's a renewal. It's a death and rebirth moment. And so the unrequited love right now is because there is on one side or both of the receiving and giving ends of this electrical romantic connection here. There's a reset going, a death and rebirth. And so there's a big crossroads moment. And so this is something that needs to be done a decision that needs to be made, with autonomy and with clarity of heart, mind, soul, and all of that in alignment. Ultimately, this is probably the reason for the separation at the moment, so that someone can, what I referred to after my breakup with my last serious relationship, was I wanted to recalibrate, like maps lady, recalibrating, so that I could figure out where my soul was calling me without someone else's influence in the picture. And that even meant like someone who might be a soulmate ultimately, but I wanted to know that what I was choosing was because I chose it and not because I made that decision based around them, right? So, that can be, take that as like an anecdotal example of how that might apply, in a real life situation. So yes, judgment. It's like this enlightening moment where it's like all the things that you've been through, all of a sudden it's like you're having these revelations about it and these like realizations and understanding. And so this is the death and rebirth. It's like the death of the ego and the renewal of spirit, right? But it's at this like crazy big crossroads moment. And so clarity needs to come before anything can really go forward productively. And with a little bit of time, like Knight of Wands is like very like gung-ho about making it happen. But also Knight of Wands can kind of look over their shoulder with sort of like a whole like all that glitters is gold, maybe easily distracted, kind of wandering eye, gets confused easily, or like influenced easily in this direction or that, kind of like is in love with falling in love, and maybe is like not always the most committed as the Knight of Wands, but also very passionate. But the Seven of Cups reversed is like this tendency of having that being easily confused or distracted, that's coming to an end, because Seven of Cups reversed talks about getting really clear and really like cutting through the confusion. And it's like being able to like make a clear choice about what you want. And it's all so clear now. It's like all the other things, it's like you see through all the other distractions. And so it's like this Knight of Wands is like seeing through all the distractions and finally like channeling all of that passion into what they're really choosing, and getting clarity on that. And so the Knight of Cups is like coming forward with, their feelings and their cup and their offer and their invitation to the Empress, the one who they see has the greatest ability to manifest the vision, right? That vision of love, that vision of life or whatever. But they think that the Empress has got it going on. She's the most evolved female in the deck, period. She's not just a queen, she's the queen of many kingdoms, and she's always fertile and pregnant with potential, and she's always surrounded by bounty. And oh my gosh, and we're both wearing our little plaid. She's always surrounded by bounty and luxury and beauty, because she's ruled by Venus. So yeah, whatever's going on, the unrequited love is going to end in someone really getting clear on their feelings and wanting to put those out there, because they not only see, you see them or they see you, or it's mutual, that you're both the Queen of Cups and the Empress in the situation. It's like the catch, like for real long term. And then true love, like we need to get any more clarity on that, but we'll try. Anything more to say on this true love? Do we need a clarification card or any more detail about this? Okay, this is like 3 cards. What is it? Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is the single independent person who is self-assured and can stand on their own 2 feet and getting like their shit together. So yeah, this unrequited, not like getting, maybe this person is like really trying to get their resources together, because this is a great catch as well. This person is the single person that's on the verge of meeting like the equal. Six of Cups is like an apology or an extension of an invitation. It's usually someone is missing someone and they're like, oh, you know, I want to. It's like there's a little bit of nostalgia there. It may be like if there was a separation, a start and stop, or you know whatever, or somebody had to step back and take a break or whatever. Then you know there may be like an invitation or a reconciliation or an apology. And let's see, this is Eight of Cups. So this is a desire to move towards something of greater fulfillment and deeper meaning, and something with more spiritual depth, and a desire to move towards something more fulfilling. So yeah, true love. Obviously, they are like this person, the single person who's getting their shit together is going to come back and be like, yeah, I want something more, you know, I want something that's going, you know, deeper or going in a direction that has potential to be very fulfilling. Well, guys, no one loves us more than these two decks. That's for sure. If anything else, if nothing else, we are loved dearly by the, what is this? The Dreaming Way Tarot, which I do love this one. And the, Romance Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue, which is out of print, and the bootleg ones, they're all jank. They're missing messages and letters and right words and everything. So don't be fooled. All right, y'all. Peace.